Hey guys, Late Boy Scout here. You know full well by now that I'm a huge fan of Leatherman multi-tools. They just knock it out of the park with pretty much everything they attempt. The Leatherman Squirt P4, here before you, previously reviewed. Now, tools are not all they make though. They also have a great line of, well, they've got flashlights, and they've also got a great line of, guess what? Pocket knives. Yeah. Did you know that? Probably knew that. The Leatherman pocket knife, yeah. This one is from the Crater series. There's a Crater series and the Expanse series, and you can get knives that are, some of their knives have a lot of tools built right into them. I prefer my multi-tool to be a multi-tool and my knife to be a knife. So I wasn't really too keen on picking up any of the knives that have tools built into them. This one here from the Crater series is the C33L. Slightly better than the C33, only the fact that it has something called the blade launcher right here, which I'll demo for you in just a minute. I'll go through the specs here on this thing real quick, so I'll get those out of the, just to get those things out of the way. As you can see, tip down carry only. There are no options to reposition this pocket clip. You can remove it if you have the correct torque screws. Are they Torx? Yes, they are. They're not Allen wrench screws. They're Torx screws. If you have the correct torque screws to remove that, you can do that. And you might wear it, actually, with this carabiner. That's pretty cool, huh? Yeah. Okay, anyway, so you can remove the pocket clip. Otherwise, that's it. You know, tip down on the right side. That's where the pocket clip goes. Sorry, no other options there. Now, this blade, let's see if I can launch this properly. It's kind of a trick to do it, at least on this model, this version. Oh, there we go. 420 HC steel. As you can see, it's got the 25-year Leatherman sort of commemorative version of this knife. Actually, this came in a tin with, right here, this is the 25-year version of the Charge AL, which is to be reviewed and still in testing, and I've used this a fair bit and I like it so far, and I'll give you a full review on that when the time comes. But as I said, this came in a tin, a nice little display case actually, with that the Charge AL, and great package if I do say so myself. Got him in a trade actually from another YouTuber. I'll put his name in annotation somewhere in this neighborhood, right over there. Cool guy. And glad to do that trade and glad to receive this knife. Now, it doesn't matter if you get the 25-year version of it. I don't know if you can get it unless you get that whole set. But the knife itself is a pretty decent knife, and I can't find a lot of bad things about it, except that this one actually has a little bit more blade play than I'd like to see, because this liner kind of comes a little bit far there, a little bit too far, which allows for some slight front to back movement. Slight, not severe. Not severe at all. And it's some slight side to side as well, but again, it's slight, it's not severe. By my standards anyway, it's not severe. So something may be worth addressing if I really cared enough about it, send it back to Leatherman, because they do have that 25-year warranty on this particular knife as well as on any of their multi-tools that you can buy. So that's very cool. Ooh, it's getting noisy out there. A little bit of rain going on outside the window. I hope you don't mind. Maybe you can hear it. I probably can't. Anyway, handle glass-filled nylon. They call it 60% glass-filled nylon handle, which I guess means that the ratio to nylon and glass is a little different than what you might get in a regular glass-filled nylon handle. Or maybe they just don't tell you in all the other glass-filled nylon handles that it's 60%. I'm not sure. Thumb stud, as you can tell, for deployment, which works great. Better, I think, than the blade launcher. Maybe this just needs a little breaking in. It still works, but you've got to give it a little bit of a wrist flick, whereas this is mostly just thumb. Something to note. Measurements, 3.94 inches this way. Blade, as Leatherman says, is about 2.6 inches, just over 2.5 for the blade. Cutting edge is probably just slightly less than that. And how much does it weigh? According to Leatherman's website and their description page, 2.38 ounces. Very lightweight for an EDC blade. and very useful. And on Leatherman's site, they show this carabiner being used as a bottle opener. So I assume that works. I haven't tried it. I'll bet you it works way better than, hold on a second. I bet you it works a million times better than this bottle opener. This one sucks, man. It really does. I thought about doing a comparison video of this bottle opener compared to the Micros bottle opener, which is only slightly deeper, but the Micros bottle opener is miles better than this one. Yeah, the Squirt bottle opener just sucks. This is the P4, by the way. As you know, the PS4 is out now, replacing the P4 and the S4. However, both of those, the PS4 has retained this exact same bottle opener, so wah, wah, too bad. But if you like to open a lot of bottles, it makes a nice bottle opener, I suppose. And carabiner for clipping to your gear, to your bag, to whatever. Nice way to have that free and available, especially if you want to get rid of this pocket clip, as I mentioned before. And how do you push this back in, by the way? Because it seems like it comes out just fine, you know, snaps into place, and it feels like it locks there. So there's kind of a trick. You've got to apply pressure this way, pushing in this way first, and then it slides straight back. Something to note. Otherwise, did I say it's 420 HC steel blade? I'm not sure if I mentioned that. They call it a drop point knife blade. On the C33 LX, it's partially serrated. So if you're into that, look for the C33 LX. Let's do a little bit of size comparison here on this knife. Let's compare it to, so you get a sense of how large this is. There's the Spyderco Tenacious in comparison to the blade out there. Let you have a look at those two compared to one another. So that's what you're looking at. It's not a very big blade, but again, for light utility, EDC, I like it. I like it a lot size-wise, definitely. Spyderco Tenacious is the Buck Rush, one of my all-time favorite EDCs. Very comparable in size, very, very comparable in size and weight, I'd say. Very, very close in weight. Of course, this one is spring-assisted, not spring-assisted at all here. Also, the Kershaw Chill. Again, very much fitting into the same role. This one's got that nice long blade. However, you know, also very, very narrow, very thin. Whereas this one's a little bit thicker, bird crow in comparison. That's cool. You know, very, very, very close to what I would say is sort of the ideal size for an everyday carry blade. What I kind of like to carry the most is sort of the smaller stuff that's not intimidating, that has a really good utility blade on it, nice and sharp, great, nice curve to it, nice belly, good sharp point here. I mean, the way that this kind of comes back with the grind on the back to allow you to achieve a nice sharp point there. Again, one of my favorite things about the Bird Crow is what a great sharp point you can get. Also nice curve, nice belly there, and just a really good ergonomic, wonderful feeling blade. Again, you get a lot of that here with the Leatherman C33L. Again, I think that I would go with either the C33 or the C33L. If you care about the sort of blade launcher technology, go with the C33L. If you like deploying it that way, you have that as an option. Otherwise, yeah, C33 works just as well. So cool, a nice offering from Leatherman in blades. One last point I want to make is I think it's very cool that they managed to not copy the design of some of their blades from their multi-tools. You see how different those are? They're not remotely the same. Not remotely the same. They've got something really cool and really special with their pocket knife line. Very, very different from what they get on their multi-tools, what they give you on their multi-tools. So kudos to you, Leatherman, for doing that. They designed and came up with a very nice blade shape, a very useful blade here. Very, I would say, a pretty comfortable handle. Pretty comfortable handle. I could imagine using this for an extended period and not being fatigued by it. So there you go, folks. The Leatherman C33L pocket knife. Pretty cool offering and a pretty cool option for EDC. I'm the Late Boy Scout. We'll see you later.